Alrighty, just taking you along on a little different project. Here's one of the last models of Lawnboy 2-stroke, 6.5 horse Dura force. It's 2-stroke, made in the USA. Right here I've got the brake tied. I know there's no spark on this. It's easy to check for spark if you got that tied. Another thing you should check on these is the crank seals. And if you've got that brake applied, it puts pressure on the crank. You'll never feel a slop in the brake, or in the crank, sorry, with the brake on. So the brake's off. Hopefully don't shake your arm too much. Flip it on its side. So before you spend a bunch of time on one of these, you want to flip it on its side like I was saying. Grab the crank, you try to wiggle and feel for play. The guy that owned this dumped a whole bunch of fuel down the spark plug hole trying to get it started. You can see it's leaking out the exhaust port. Anyway, that side is tight. I'm going to take the top side off, take all the shrouding off. We're going to get to the coil. I've got a used coil here. Not sure if it's any good. Anyway, I'm going to take this top shroud off. And when I get it off, I'll get back to you, okay? Alrighty, back again. Today's a windy day. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of wind noise. So the brake's still on. And we're wiggling this just to make sure there's no play, and this side's nice and tight. I've cleaned up the magnet. It was covered in rust. I just used a little Dremel tool. So I've got a used coil here. I'm going to put it on. And just set you down here for a second. So you line the magnet up with the coil and you just put a business card in between like that. The one bolt's fairly rusty. I just wanted to show you that. Gonna give this a whirl, and if there's no spark, I'll just order another coil. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a minute. We'll see what happens. Okay, I checked the other coil, had sparks. Some of these seem to be really weak. You can barely see them. You know, just flipping this by hand. Really, I think the coil should be replaced. But anyway, I cleaned the mounting points and cleaned the back side. This is the original coil, and it's got spark as well. It seems to have a little brighter spark than what was on it. Gapped it. Somebody else has had it off. I could see like where the bolt had been sitting, and it was way too close. That might have been part of its problem. Don't know how good the gas is in this, but I'm going to put it back together and try firing it up. Get back to you. Alrighty, so it fired right up and let it run for a second. It began to surge, so there's probably water or dirt in the carburetor. So I'm just going to pull the carb off and we'll clean it. Anyway, so as soon as I get the carb off, I'll get back to you. Alrighty, don't know if it's going to show. All kinds of dirt and shit down the bottom of the float bowl. There's the screen. There's a jet in underneath that. Yeah, it's not letting squat for light through, so it's probably half plugged up. There's a jet there, and one right there. So what I'm going to do is take it all apart, blow it all out, and we'll try it again. Here's your needle and seat. These give a real problem. They got the rubber tip on the end, the red part. If they don't seal, it just lets all the fuel dump right through it. Anyway, I'm going to blow this carb all out, clean it all out, and we'll put it back on and give it a whirl. Okay, I'm sure you're going to hear wind noise this time, but anyway, here we are, carb's all back together. We're going to give it a whirl here. So it surged there once I give it a little bit of choke. It's a cool day out today. It's only about 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, seems to be okay. Could use a new plug. Anyway, just something different I thought I'd share it with you. Lawnboy Dura 6.5 Gold Series. Hope you're having a good weekend and take care.